Hi folks, it's Brian back again with BG Model Workshop, and this is not going to be one of our typical bench updates or stash review videos. This video in particular is a special thank you video to an individual out there. A lot of you guys won't know who he is because he's a builder. He's part of my club, the Cactus Car Modelers here in the Valley of Arizona, and he does watch a lot of your videos and my videos and stuff, and I didn't realize that he actually watches our videos until a couple of weeks ago when he had made mention of it at one of our build sessions, and we talked about how we do the channel and how we do the filming and stuff. And he was very curious about all that stuff, and it was fun to talk to him about that. And later that evening, I told Mrs. BG about it, and she absolutely thought it was a blast. She thought it was great. But yeah, I want to say thank you to Mr. Dan Doane. Last night we hosted the Cactus Car Modelers monthly meeting here at the house at the official BG workshop, and I wasn't sure he was going to be able to make it because he works nights, and I didn't know he was going to be able to make it. But he did. He actually showed up, and it was great to see him and talk to him again and everything. And really great guy. But I apologize if I sound like I'm getting a little emotional because I kind of am. But he brought us something that absolutely floored me. I had no idea this was out there because I hadn't done all the research that I could have when I started building the Ice Patrol kit, the current version, the Jeep Honcho. Also, I'd like to say thank you to the community for all the advice and the support when it comes to asking questions about particular kits and where to look for information and how to get information, and sometimes just plain old information itself. So Big Eddie and Lazy Eyed Modeler, you guys were a great resource for that kind of stuff, as well as Mr. Vince Weston. You guys were all great info on those kits. But here's the thing. When Dan came over last night, he brought us this. That's right. This is the original Ice Patrol kit. Now it says here no snowmobile, and that's not a problem. That's no big deal at all. But I had no idea that these kits were that this was what the kit was. Honestly. As we see here, we got the it does say Arctic Cat El Tigre, and it's the 6000 series, just like I had thought it was. And it's just a beautiful representation of the actual snowmobile, as well as a kick-ass truck, and it's a California pickup, so I guess that means it's got smog stuff all over it. But really cool stuff. Box art's pretty sweet. Shows us with the snowmobile in the back, and it's got the tractor trailer type smokestacks and the mirrors with the antennas on there. So it's very 1970s, and I thought this was just the coolest thing. And he gifted this to us, and I appreciate that greatly. So again, thank you so much, Dan. But here's the kicker, folks. Here's the kicker. This was also part of the kit. Oops. So we have the official El Tigre striping and decals for the snowmobile itself. So I'm planning on hitting some Hobby Lobbies in the area to see if I can't find another one of those Jeep kits and pilfer the snowmobile out of that, and then do it up as a true El Tigre Arctic Cat. But then again, I'm just still. When Dan handed me these decals, I was like, no way, where the hell did you find these? He's like, oh, I've had them. And he's like, I'm not going to do anything with them. I thought maybe you'd be able to use them. And I was just like, well, how much do you want for them? And he said, they're yours, dude. So I was just like, no freaking way. It just made my whole bloody year. Here's the kit. It's got a little bit stuff started, but everything else is kind of bagged still. It's the glass is perfect. It's got some I don't know if the chrome is a little bit darker because that's how they did it back then, or if it's because it's over a black plastic and it's starting to wear a little bit, but I like the effect that it has. It's kind of like a smoked chrome almost. Smoking chrome is not something that we think would be a good idea, but it still looks cool. So here's the cab. It's in beautiful shape. It even has the jack molded into the inner fender. The box art is saying that this is from '79, and so I believe this is that era pickup. And then here's some propaganda that Dirk Pitt likes to refer to as, and we could have actually won this pickup truck, but I think the expiration date has come and gone already. And then the instruction sheet, nice and patinaed. Love it. Freaking love it. So we're not going to go through every piece in the kit here. Some pieces have been painted. Somebody primed them white because I think that's how they're supposed to be, but that's no big deal. I'd probably keep that going anyways. But most everything is on trees still, and I'm still just having a hard time believing that this is just so cool. So again, Mr. Dan Doane, thank you so much for this wonderful, wonderful gift. And if you ever need anything or want anything, or just let me know, and we'll see if we can't work something out. Yeah, this is stuff. It's just prime. That's all. It's no big deal. No big deal at all. Here's some really cool looking wheels and tires. I don't know if these are original to the kit or not, but I think he said these are off the Sneaky Pete, but they look sweet. So yeah, we are definitely building this kit as the box art, I think, because it's just too freaking awesome. I'm still blown away by it. Mrs. BG was like, she knew what a big deal this was, and she was like, I can't believe he did that. That is just absolutely amazing. So again, Dan, thank you so much. We really appreciate that, and we'll be building this in honor of you, my friend. So thank you. Everybody have a great rest of the week. We'll talk to you a little bit later on. Bye now.